What's up, cousins? It's me, Unique, here with another hair tutorial, and this tutorial is going to be on the long spring twist. I know y'all didn't think I was going to leave y'all hanging with just Nubian twist. I know most of my cousins, aka my subscribers, came from the spring twist video that I did I think sometime last year. I think it's coming up on a year. But yeah, so the biggest thing that I saw with the spring twist was, how do you make it longer, or is there a longer length? So I have gotten a longer length manufactured, custom manufactured under DoRenee Beauty Supply, which is my brand, and it's going to be released on July 5th at DoReneeBeautySupply.com. Now this hair is going to be, the tutorial that you're going to see coming up is actually going to be my second install. So this is not like the original install, this is the second install of the same hair. And I was able to wash this hair as well. You're gonna see all of that coming up and all the details. So also I wanna let you know right now I am wearing the City lashes, which are also going to be available on DoReneeBeautySupply.com. All that information will be in the description box below, as well as the Nubian twist tutorials and also the Nubian twist reviews. I'm gonna let y'all jump right into the video. Okay, y'all, so this is how the hair is gonna come. It's gonna come in a clear plastic bag with a white top of the bag. This hair is 12 inches long and there's 28 to 30 strands per bag. So this is basically the whole bundle that you see. Now folded, the hair is 12 inches long. Unfolded is about 24. But when you actually look at it, with it being bouncy hair, it looks a little bit longer than the actual 24. But folded, it's basically 12 inches. Now let's get into twisting the hair. Now what you're going to see me twisting here is a strand that I actually separated. I'm going to show you how to separate the strands coming up later. Now what I do want to say is you can twist both lightly left over right or tightly left over right. The best way to twist this hair is left over right. Now if you twist tight, you're going to get a different result. If you twist, you know, just lightly and just throwing the strand left over right, you're going to get a different result. What I do want to say is, because I do see a lot of comments that say that I couldn't get the twist to turn out perfectly. When I'm doing these twists, I'm actually using the Echo Styler gel, and I'm going to show that coming up. But what I want to tell you is, once you saturated the hair with the gel, if the twists don't look right, give it time to dry. Because what I did notice is, for one, black hair is a lot harder. The black hair, the 1B, is a lot harder to separate than the color hair. And when you're twisting this hair, as you can see, it's going to bounce up. Pay attention to the length of that strand right now. Once it dries, that hair bounces up into a tighter curl. Now I'm going to actually go ahead and twist just one whole strand with no separation. And I'm twisting left over right, and I'm adding gel as I go. If it feels dry, I add a little bit more gel. And if you're paying attention to that strand that I previously did, you'll see that it's starting to bunch up and it's actually starting to curl. So if your twists are not turning out right, wait till they dry, so that way you can see how they look after, because sometimes the hair is bouncy, and that's what it does. Once it dries, it bounces up. And then even with the ends of this hair, you can either cut them or you can twist them just like I just did by adding more gel. Okay, so let's get into separating the hair. There are multiple ways to separate the hair. Now this first example that I'm going to show you is pretty much where I took the strand. I have not separated it out, have not roughed it up or anything, and I just started separating from the center of it. The problem with that is sometimes when you do that, you get those big bunches. So you'll have to work out the ends. You can do it this way, but it's a little bit more work. and you may have to get some scissors to cut off the excess hair that just basically can't get right. And the hair will still twist with no problems. However, it's just a lot more work to do it this way. Cousin, don't stress yourself out. If you do it this way, get you some scissors and cut that excess, not the whole strand, but you'll see what I'm talking about coming up next. When you actually start to keep stretching it out and working it out. Yeah, I know what I mean. Basically working the hair. So when y'all working the hair, if you getting these strands in between that just don't want to act right or they're pulling too much, cousin, just go ahead and cut the little strand. It's not gonna hurt it. It's not gonna mess up the length or anything like that. Now, this is my actual favorite way to actually do it. Now, basically, you're gonna rough up the strand starting in the center, and there's gonna be like a little piece of hair that's gonna come off from both sides. And once you do that and you rough up the hair a little bit, the best way to do is to take the strand, holding it as one strand, not folded, and then start at the ends and separate it and pull it apart. It's much easier to do it that way. For me, it is. And you can see just I'm already halfway through the strand and I'm pretty much done. Now what I do recommend is, now when I did my twist, I did do some of them whole and I did do some of them split. So honestly, out of each bag I made maybe about 7 to 8 of the strands whole without splitting them and just twisting them. And the rest of them were split. I recommend splitting all your hair at first. That way once you split your hair, you're done with the splitting portion. And then go ahead and start the twist. This is the last way to actually do this, which is you rough the strand up completely, pulling it apart, and then you start from the center and not the end of the hair and pull it apart. This way also, you know, if you work with the hair, it will work just fine, but it is a lot more work doing it this way. And I also hope that y'all have been paying attention to those strands on the side. Those are drying as I'm doing the other twist. So that's why I wanted to show you all the twists first. Like I said, if you're twisting the hair with your gel and it looks like it's not coming out right, give it time to dry. Okay guys, so for the next portion of this video, I wanted to show you all that the hair can be reused. When I'm installing this hair this time, this is my second install. Right now I'm going to show you that I washed the hair, and there's 2 things that I did. If you saw my previous spring twist video, you know I shampooed and conditioned the strands. And yes, I know it's synthetic hair. However, it's hot outside. Some people may work out, some people may work outside. You just never know. So you want to wash the hair. You can definitely wash the hair. Do you have to use both shampoo and conditioner? No, you do not. You can just use shampoo. Because for one of the bundles, I used only shampoo, and then another bundle, I actually used shampoo and conditioner, and there was no difference. And the shampoo I'm using, you can get from Amazon, and I'll have that link in the description box below. And make sure that you're using warm water. Don't use too hot water, and don't use cold water. Warm water is the best water to use when you're actually washing the strands. So when I originally took it down, I just laid all my strands out as I was taking them down, and I just put rubber bands on them. And that is just from a shampoo. And like I said, I only use conditioner on one bundle just to see if there was a difference in using both conditioner and shampoo. But if you only want to use shampoo, you can definitely do that. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the install. I have 14 braids in the front and 7 braids in the back. If you are new to my channel, then you may not know. I actually start in the front of my head. And if you're wondering, I am wearing the City Faux Mink lashes. Those are 3D 25mm lashes, and they are faux mink, and they have a cotton band. Those will be on the website as well. So back to the hair. I start in the front of the hair, and that's because you can fill up your front as much as you need to, and that way you don't have to put as much hair in the back, because the front is going to fall on the back, and that way you can focus on getting it as full as you want. The lower braids closer to the ear, I usually separate those out when I put those in, so I may do 4 to 6 on each braid, but they're separated. There's a space in between each of the crochet braids themselves, no more than an index finger length. Now when I'm actually doing them on the front, I go through the front of the braid and off to the side. I only knot my hair one time. I don't knot it twice because one time is enough, and I don't have any crochets that slip out.
If you're new here, you don't know why this video stopping. If you ain't, you already know I appreciate you and I thank you for the support. If you are new here, I'm stopping the video to ask you why you ain't subscribed. You got this far in the video, so evidently you see something you like or it's interesting enough, go ahead and hit the red button. It's a little red button, just hit the button, go ahead and subscribe. I don't know what you waiting on. Go ahead and be part of the Cuzn gang. I mean, you're gonna want to see more from me. My cousins already know I appreciate y'all and I thank you for the continued support. And even if you don't, you know what I'm saying? If you're not subscribed, I appreciate you watching it and getting this far in the video. Okay, back to the video. Don't forget to subscribe though.
Okay, y'all, again, when I'm actually installing my crochets, I go through the front of the braid and off to the side. Now that my front is basically full, I'm going to go to the back of my head. And I did not film doing the back of my head because I have plenty of videos where I talk about the back of my head. And I don't have any specific thing or any specifics. I don't know why I just did that. But I don't have any specifics on what I do to the back of my head. I just put the hair up in a ponytail in the front because now you can see that the front is already full to what it needs to be. And once you fill in the back, you're all good to go. And this is me getting ready to do the back of my head. Okay, y'all, that's basically it. You know, that's the look of it. You know, I'm gonna get ready to do my edges with my She Is Bomb edge control and my handy dandy toothbrush. Alright, y'all, that's it. These are the long spring twists, and then basically when you get done twisting these, Cuzn, these is at least anywhere from 16 to 18 inches long. So they are long. And on my head, I actually use 4.5 bags for this look. And I got a big head, y'all, so.
Alright, cousins, thanks so much for watching. I hope I provided all the information. So basically, like I was saying, this is the 12-inch hair prior to it being stretched, and it's going to be released July 5th at DoReneeBeautySupply.com. That's July 5th at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Everything will be in stock. Right now, if you go to the website, everything's going to say sold out until I add all of the products back onto the website. Make sure that you follow Uniquerenee, Uniquerenee Beauty, and DoRenee Beauty Supply. If this is your first time here, then you must not know that I could drop a flash sale on any one of those social medias. And if you ain't following me, then you gonna miss out on the sale. One day I could say, hey, all lashes are $10. Hey, all hair is on sale. You never know. DoRenee Beauty Supply is just getting started, but I see a long-term thing, and I got a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff that I'm working on to add to it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I provided all the information. Comment below if you have any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time.